Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today in this video will probably be pretty lengthy for anyone that is interested in running the MetaTrader Expert Advisor as part of my quantlabs.net .net analytics service. So what I'm speaking about is if you come into quantlabs.net/trading, all lowercase. Let me just get this right. Trading. That should take you to a description of what the service I'm talking about. You just come to the bottom, and there you can sign up. Right now, it's only $67 a month, but it will be going up. So with this, we will include the MetaTrader EA Expert Advisor. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. I'm showing past videos on this. You can probably find it all under my YouTube channel, Quant Labs. And I have a playlist there for MetaTrader. Shouldn't have to explain any further than what I'm about to show you here. So if you come under MetaTrader right here. So you just go through all of these videos to find what you're looking for. That'll be hopefully helpful for you. Okay, so let's get on with this. First, I'm going to take you into the data from the signaling email comes from Oanda. So here we have Oanda set up. My EA's loaded. I'm going to show you how to load that in here. Temporarily, it's called Brian EA version 1. And in there, I'm going to show you how to set this up and get everything running. Also, what you'll need is the Outlook. I mentioned this in the past email, and the add-in called Message Export. So if you Google that, that shouldn't be too difficult. I'll just do a MS Outlook add-in called Message Export. Okay, so in there, it's I think it's $80 from Encryptomatic. Their support's pretty good. I believe it's $70, yeah, $80 for one license. And basically, what this will do is on all incoming emails from my signaling service, it will process them, turning it into a text file. And then I also have a Python script ready to go, and I've shown you how to go through the source code there. You can get that at my GitHub repository. And another one I just added. So let me take you over to the GitHub repository. So in here in github.com/quantlabs. In there, if I choose this one, there's not many repositories, but the one you're looking for is called Algo Trading Signal with Email. First, before I get into this, I just uploaded this Python script, and I just posted a walkthrough video called, let me just pull it up. This is for those that are on the podcast. How to delete email with IMAP and Python. So just look for that, and it'll walk you through that source code. And here's the source code for that. If you go back to the repository, in there, there's all these scripts. The one you really want to work with if you're going to plan to do crypto and forex out of the same script, you can do that using this Python script called Receive Signal Crypto FX2 Python. I've done a pretty lengthy source code walkthrough on that. I believe if I go under Python, actually, let me just see here. I might be able to find it through here. Yeah, here you go. Python source code walkthrough of Receive Crypto Forex Signals with MetaTrader 4 EA. Okay, so I'll repeat that again for those on the podcast. It's called Python source code walkthrough of received crypto forex signals with MetaTrader 4 EA. Do understand that there is an equivalent video with video, not just audio. This video, if you're watching on YouTube or hearing on YouTube, there is an actual video for this, so you can look for that on the channel. All right, so there's that. Back to GitHub. So here's all of the script. It's bits and pieces of my own code and other code of snippets from other places, and just all merged together. It seems to work. Here it is. So you will need to install Python onto your Windows environment. I've shown a video how to do that. That's pretty simple. I'm not going to show you that, but I'm going to. If you become a member of my Quant Analytics service, I'll put that all in one web page, so everything's there together. But this is just a checklist. So we have here the script that I just mentioned called, again, receive signal crypto FX to Python, and we run that in the background. So what that will do is it will wake up and continuously pull logging into your chosen email, and then from there, when the signals come in via the Outlook and they get processed into the message export, this script will then copy it and put it into a folder for the MetaTrader. So this is how that works. So here again we have MetaTrader. Make sure when you start up, sometimes you may get extra emails that you don't want to get processed for the signaling. So that's why I created this clear email or clear mail. That will go in and delete out all of the email in your chosen email that you sign up with the Quant Labs Analytics, and then you can run this before you start up anything, and that will delete all emails that are currently in your inbox. Because if you start up everything, you'll get if you have emails in that inbox, it will flood Outlook, and then if you're running this Python script also in the background, it'll process all those inbound, which could be obsolete. So you can run this again before you start anything up. That's the clear mail Python script. So once you have that in place, you have your Outlook configured. And again, I have that all on my YouTube channel. Again, once you sign up my Quant Analytics, I'll have all that put into one website or web page in the membership. So once you have all that set up, you have, yet again, your Outlook, your message export. You've set up your profile to set up your emails. I've shown this before. I'll show you this again. When you set up your profile, it's key that you save everything as a CSV, and make sure you export from all incoming messages. So when my service comes out, starts emailing your chosen email, your Outlook will receive them. The map message export add-in will then process them, convert them to a CSV format that this script the Python script will see it, and then process it and put it into the appropriate MetaTrader files folder. So what I'm speaking about within MetaTrader is here. If you come under File, you open Data folder. In here, you will see all the folders that you'll need. So the Files folder that I'm speaking of is under MT4, and this little guy right here. And this is where the signal CSV file will end up. And once the EA, the expert advisor, sees that new signal, it will process it and process the order. So that's the steps. So in here, you have the Expert Advisor needs to be installed. All you got to do is come under here, under Expert Advisor, and then load it in. I can't remember how I do that, but I'm sure you can look that up to set that up for your. Actually, I'm sorry. What you do is you take your EA file. Let me just show you here in the Experts folder. So the MQL4 under Experts. This is where the EA will reside. The Expert Advisor. The EX4 file, which is the compiled version of the EA. Sorry, I will not be giving out the source code. There's a big investment put in that. Sorry. But this is where it will go. And then all you got to do is do a refresh and then click it. And then that will load up all of the parameters that you have control over, being lot size defined, partial close percent, stop loss, add pips, and just go OK. Oh, before I forget that, that's really important. I'll explain how the EA works, but just in a nutshell, my service will and can send out forex exits. What you need to worry about if you are going to use this Expert Advisor, all you got to really worry about is the signals, the entries. After that, once this EA receives the signal CSV text file, it will process it, automatically send out to your broker of choice, whatever MetaTrader 4 broker. It'll automatically put out the order, and it will automatically manage the exit for you using Fibonacci target levels. And if you are interested in knowing how that EA works, if you're a Quant Elite member, I have posted the spec that was sent to the coder to get that done. And when I'm saying about the Elite, all you got to do is just come under Quant Labs /Elite, all lowercase, and then there you will get access to it. Now, right now, just so you know, I will be billing annually $3,000, but right now it's only $997, and you get 3 years, which is unbelievable. That's the target we're going for. So yeah, the scope is posted on my Elite, so you get a full idea of how this EA works. Okay, so we have that. We've got the EA, and we're all ready to go. So when the orders come in, it should process everything as explained in this probably lengthy interview. So I'm going to do a recap. First, we have our Outlook. Okay, we need to install that message export add-in. That's $80. You can get a 2-week trial with it. Support's really good. Get that add-in, set up the profile, as I said, to receive incoming emails and CSV. Okay, and it needs to be called signals. And then you have to assign where you want that that file to end up. Okay, called Outlook test. So that's what we're doing, and that's where that file will get sent to. I've done a very lengthy video on that on my YouTube channel. We don't care about all this other stuff. We're not running any of these extra processes or scripts or whatever, but you got to make sure it does go into the Outlook test. So it has to be synchronized within the source code of the Python code. So again, here's the source code of the Python script that you'll use from GitHub. And again, I go through an entire source code walkthrough of this. It's called Receive Signal Crypto FX. So in there, in essence, once you get your Python working, Python 3, what it will do is it will look for all of the files, the changes from that Outlook and that add-in. It will go into the user directory, user documents Outlook test, which again is synchronized with Outlook right here, and you can edit it. So that folder, that output folder, has to be exactly the same as you specify in your Python script, which it is. Okay, And what it will do as those emails come in, it will then go ahead and process them and put them as a new signal CSV file, which is what the MetaTrader EA needs, and that again is put into your MetaTrader folder, the files folder. So let me just see here where we got that. Right here. Okay, so that's the MetaTrader MQL4 files folder, and this is the folder, the name of the file that it needs. So all of this is open source. You can go through it. I'm just giving you a nutshell how it all works. And each time a new email comes in, the Python script does the process to convert it into the signal TXT file. That's when your MetaTrader will pick that up and that new change and then process the order. I'll do a video of that with the EA running against live data, but I just wanted to make sure we have this entire checklist so you understand it. Okay, a couple of caveats when it comes to testing this. The real market data, when it comes to orders, again, and I stress this, again, I'm using Oanda as the market data, and I would strongly recommend that you use Oanda, the broker, for the orders. So you keep all the data synchronized. It takes, I've optimized it as fast as I can via the Signal email. You should get it within your inbox within 30 seconds. So not any better processing that I can think of to do that. So that's kind of how it works. And then you obviously have to load in your EA, have it running, have your auto trading on, and then it should pick it up. When you first start with this, I would make sure you do it against probably either a demo account or practice account. Get comfortable with the entire process before you start feeding it to live money or to a live account. Okay, so let me do a third recap of this to make sure we get this. First thing first, we need MS Microsoft Outlook here. And also, we need to ensure that we have the message export add-in. As I said, we can get that from here at encryptomatic.com. Download it, the 15-day trial, and once you're happy with it, which I'm hoping you are, buy it and then add it and keep it within your Outlook. So what happens is, as I said, you set that up, you set up a profile, make sure that you have set up export from the incoming message on your assigned email, so that the service or the server that I have knows where to send that email to. I've done many walkthroughs of this. Once you set that up, make sure it's CSV output folder, synchronizes what I've specified in the Python script. Okay, so again, that Python script is called right here, called receive signal crypto FX2. So that's enabling you to work with both crypto as well as forex. The crypto is one thing, but we're focusing on crypto. Sorry, we're focusing on forex in this video. So two things we need to make changes to in this script. First, we need to make sure that we assign, actually, let me do it this way. So here, again, I think it's the second time I mentioned this, directory to watch, because that's what it's doing. It's watching this directory from the Outlook. And again, that is assigned, whatever you configure it within the message export profile. So that folder has to synchronize what you have in your Python, as in here, okay? And then the other change is where will it write the new signal CSV, which is needed in your MetaTrader, and you do that here, okay? And make sure it's at the append mode for A as well. Okay, so that's that. Now once again, I'm gonna make sure we understand the Oanda. Okay, one last thing before I forget. Oanda, you want to make sure that your MetaTrader is logged into your account, live or practice, whatever. We install our EA, as I told you how to do that, through the expert folder under your MQL4 folder. You activate it, make sure your auto trading's on, and load it up. And again, sometimes you may have to refresh. Right here, load her up, double click this guy. Here's all the parameters you get to work with. Again, I will explain all this. Go OK, and now it installs your MetaTrader EA. And then from there, you should be good to go. One very last thing on setting up the account with Oanda. I gotta tell you, this was a real pain to set up. Okay, so when you get and you decide to use MetaTrader, or sorry, Oanda as your broker for the orders, and again, the orders via the signaling does come from Oanda. So said, you want to strongly recommend here multiple times. Make sure you execute all your orders on Oanda. Keep it synchronized as close as you can. You can use any broker you want, but I would recommend Oanda. Not my favorite broker, but that's how it works on the technical front. So when you get in there, do a Google search for on Oanda, how do I find my MT4 server name? Because this really threw me off. So when you try to set up your account, practice or live, doesn't matter. You set it up. You have to look within your profile under View, under Manage Funds. Now this is totally different now. What we do is right now, as of today, September 14th, 2019, you have to do it under your ad account. Okay. So you do it under your ad account, and in here, what you're looking for is to set up a new MT4 account for you, and it will assign that so that you can synchronize that with MetaTrader when you log in. Couple things here. You will get your account number. It will ask you for the password for the MetaTrader account, and what you really need to pay attention to is the server name. Okay, when you do log in, you have to make sure and have your MetaTrader account or the software MetaTrader synchronize and log into the exact server, because there's live servers and practice servers throughout Oanda, and it can be said the same with any broker. Make sure you log in the correct server, as well as the user and password that you choose. Well, it'll tell you the MetaTrader account, but that's how you get that working. And when you load up MetaTrader, make sure here it will say not connected. If not, you can log in and then get connected. Again, that's something that you should get from the support over at, if you get the support at Oanda. But that's the best I can do for you to make sure that works. And to make sure you are obviously putting in your right credentials, but also very critical that you use the same server that tells you if it's live or practice will be one. I've seen one other broker have 6 different types of servers on that broker. So that's pretty well it. I'm sure you probably have to watch this multiple times, but this is the easiest I can get to. I should say not a lot of programming, but this is the closest I could get to on Windows with MetaTrader and Outlook to get everything working from my server and getting your live signals working. Hopefully this will help you out. You got questions, just get in touch with me. If you're on the analytics, get in touch with me via the email or on the chat server. Other than that, we shall talk to you later, and have a good day.